Rivet here. Welcome back to another vlog. Trying to do things a little different today. Just been it's been an interesting it's been an interesting year, to say the very least, and it has its highs and lows and everything in between. So I thought I'd just kind of sit down and chat and kind of talk about everything that's been going on for me, because I'm usually just wandering whenever I do these. But today I'm tired and I chose the wrong direction. Of course I did. I want to get my face out of the sun, and I realize that puts my back into it, which puts it right in your guys' eyes. So yeah, welcome to another vlog. Yeah, take this off. I just got groceries, so it's not going to be terribly long. But as you can see, big old backpack full. Well, I don't joke when I say I carry a bunch of crap with me. Yeah, doing this is interesting. I'm not going to lie. It's been eye-opening in many ways for me. Digging deep into your soul to do this kind of stuff is different for me. If you have any body dysmorphia or any feelings of ill toward yourself, this sucks. I don't. I'm okay with who I am, and I'm okay with how I look. Most part. It just changes a little bit of perspective, but I could imagine if you had any issues with your body, this would be horrible to do. Case in point for myself. I tend to hold it like this a lot, and when I'm looking, I look down, and that's give me my double chin, which I don't normally have much of a chin. I mean, yeah, I've got a little bit of a flubber under here. I get that. I'm 52 years old. I'm not in the perfect shape. I'm in a shape, but not the perfect shape. I'm working on it. But because of me having it down here all the time, I'm constantly looking down, and it's giving me this appearance of having this great big fat neck. And that bothers me slightly. So my intention today was to say, hey, let's just kind of have this up here a little bit more and sit. Am I recording? Yeah, I am. So I just wanted to sit and talk to you guys today instead of the typical thing. I also find I get distracted a lot whenever I am walking, and that's not necessarily the best, because I wanted to talk about a few things today that have been bothering me. So I just wanted to kind of bring it all out in the open. As I've mentioned, my intentions for my life are changing as I go along. So I want to do a whole lot more with my creative abilities. And because of that, I've been looking into doing some tech stuff, been looking into doing some cooking stuff, things that are my interests. I just want to bring that out into the forefront so that I can delve deeper into it and see if I can make something go of it. I love doing the gaming channel. I have been doing it for almost 6 years now, and I'm happy with it. You know, it's a small little channel. It does what it does. I make a little bit of money from it here and there, but for the most part, what I get out of it is entertainment and joy. And it's helped me get out of my head a whole lot, which is insurmountable. I cannot express to you how important the process over the last few years has been. Get away from me, bee, hornet, thing. They're a nightmare here. Let me just kind of explain why I'm going back before I do. I have been coping and dealing with the pandemic to the best of my abilities. For the most part, I'm doing okay. I have moments where I'm like feeling it. I'm isolated. This is my interaction. This is what I do. I get to go out a couple times a week, walk around, do my grocery shopping, talk to you guys, plan little events, and do little bits and pieces. That is the majority of what I do. Other than this, I sit at home, I work from home, and I do 40 hours sitting at my computer, talking to people, and as a customer service agent for a company. Not a horrible job, soul-sucking at times. During the pandemic, people are horrible and awful, more so than ever before. And I've been doing this for a long freaking time. Like, I worked for a DSL company after 9/11 when the towers fell and New York lost its internet. This right now is worse than that. And those are some angry people. And I don't work for a company that is vital. Like, it's a retail outlet. Like, this is not like life and death kind of stuff. This is silly for people to get all bent out of shape over, but they do. Nothing against the company, nothing against the job, just talking in general terms about how it is affecting me. So because of that, and because it's a hard job to do at the moment, and I'm stuck at home, I have been looking to expand a lot of the things that I want to do. So I've been getting little bits and pieces of tech, little bits of things to entertain myself when I'm not working on the phones. Got a little handheld gaming thing. It just has NES games on it. I barely turn it on because I don't have the time. I have a Switch that I never get to turn on because I don't have the time. And so what I have is all this stuff to distract me that I can't utilize, and I don't utilize, because when I do have downtime, I'm filling it with everything else that I can. I'm filling it with making my videos, making the gaming, preparing things for all the channels that I'm working on, and I'm just busy. And I was realizing that I'm so focused and so manic a lot of the times that I'm losing sight of things. Like, I have a cluttered mess of distractions that I don't utilize. And I'm purging a lot of it. I'm getting rid of a bunch of the stuff that I don't need anymore, because it's just that. It's just a distraction that is pointless. And what I did the other night was an experiment, and it was rough. It was rough. For decades now, I've always gone to bed with the TV on, or with music on, or something on. Very rarely do I ever not. And usually, whenever I didn't have that stuff on, it was that I was like drunk and just didn't bother. I just came home passed out. Or I was just exhausted and like I was, reading a book and then passed out. But majority of the time, I don't just go to bed just to go to bed and not have something on. So I did it the other night, just to sit with my own thoughts, just to see where I was. That was my thought process for it. And it was rough. Didn't like the thoughts in my head. And what I've been realizing is that I have a lot of stored up junk, which is where I'm going to get back to, is a lot of what this channel was with Cube World was I was in a bad relationship. Person that I was with, she was awful with me. I have no idea what she was like as a real person, because in our relationship it was horrible. We're not healthy for one another at all. We were dated for a couple of years, moved to Florida together, and fortunately for me, after being there for about a year, not quite, she decided to come back to Canada and she left. Left me stranded there, and there was a bunch of shit that went on. She left me in a lurch, to be absolutely honest, and luckily I had friends that were there that helped me get out of the trouble that I was in. She left me without an apartment. She left, like, everything was gone, and it was not good. But I had this channel, and I had Cube World, and I had gaming, and up until that point, I was just doing basic commentary, not really injecting much of myself into my comments. I was trying to keep myself distant from everything that I was doing online. And all of a sudden one day, I started to talk about it. I started to put it out into the ether. And then I started feeling better. And the more I talked, the more I did, hello squirrel, the better I felt. And then eventually I came to the realization that a lot of my failings and my problems were my own. I was getting involved in relationships where I had this sudden urge to invest everything I had into another person, or if I had to help somebody, like I was wanting to be more than what I was, and I kept on forgetting about myself within that whole process. And I'm doing it again. I've been so focused on putting all this stuff out, and I've been using it as a distraction because of the fact that, because of the pandemic, I have isolated myself down to a level that I've never had before. And I'm not in a good headspace. Like, I'm realizing that now. So what I need to do is more of this. Taking these walks, getting out in nature, getting rid of my apartment for a couple of hours a day when I can. Like, I'm not going to be able to do it when I'm working because I work 10-hour shifts. Like, I start at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm done at 9 o'clock at night. That's 11 hours plus my breaks and stuff. It's not easy. And when I'm done, I make a video, cook my food, go to bed, get up, watch my videos, watch my little videos that I watch, and then it's like rinse and repeat for 4 days. On the 5th day, after my thing, the first day, I've fallen apart. I've completely give up. I spend the entire day in bed or barely doing anything, and it's not healthy anymore. So I have to make changes, and those changes have to be across the board for me. Taking some of the pressure off myself for doing these videos for the gaming channel. I got to ease back a little bit. I've been working on a backlog of stuff. I've been working on Horizon Zero Dawn when I have time. I play it, it's fun. My commentary on it is minimal because I'm enjoying the game as it is, and that's been helping. But I've been playing like 5, 6, 7 games at a time, keeping the schedule going, and I'm wiping it. Going back to whatever I can accomplish every day. And then that means that I will be able to take some of that extra time. And I've been working on a chart as well. That's the other part of it. It's like I've got this stickers on my wall type of thing where I'm writing, it's like, okay, this is your day, this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm writing on them what I have to put into each day to do what I want to do. And this weekend has been better. I got a lot more accomplished just by writing things down, just by having things out. Getting 2 videos ready for cooking channel. Those are both just not filmed, getting them ready, like in my head. Putting them together about how I want to put it, how I want to present it, how I want to do everything. Working on a video for the tech stuff. I've worked on my set for the tech stuff. And so what I want to do is have like a talking head video where I talk about technology, talk like this in front of the tech, and then have like little snippets of what I'm talking about. I like technology. I like it a lot. I'm weird in my head. I like artistic things, and I like technology, and I love doing this. This one thing has been the best. And these vlogs have been, this right now feels more like what Cube World felt like when I first started doing it. Opening up and letting my soul bare. And it's been healthy. A lot more healthy than it has been. And I'm feeling really hot. And we're gonna walk again. Yeah, you guys get to watch an old man scramble. Put on his backpack and wander. There's a little park. It's about a halfway point between the shops and home. And I dig it a lot. It's a little bit out of the way, but I'm okay with it being out of the way. This is actually kind of cool. There's a police officer just kind of driving down the pathway. Interesting. No issues with it. It's a road, I guess. It works. So yeah. If you guys start seeing differences on my channel, it's okay. I'm just working through a bunch of stuff for myself. I think it's kind of important and necessary at this stage for me to be able to do that. I've invested way too much time and energy over the years into things that were just not beneficial for myself. And I just want to change it back. Like, I love doing the videos, I love doing YouTube, and I love the gaming stuff. But what I found is that it's been a crutch for me. Whereas, like, I'll be like, okay, I want to film this, you know, this one thing, I want to start working on a script, I want to start doing this. And inevitably, I'm like, oh, well, I should put videos together. I got to have this, I got to have that. And I put everything else in the back burner. And that's not where I want to be at all. So I'm scrapping it. Which will be good. This looks different. Looks like they cleaned it up in here. Oh, I had to pause. My allergies, if you could imagine, at the end of August are probably the roughest that they've been all season. And yeah, it's been a rough day. Let me just double check. Okay, I'm recording my audio. I had to make some changes to my setup too. You guys may have seen over the last couple of videos that it hasn't been perfect. I think I've got this thing sorted out. My video part, I'm kind of content with the settings on it, and I'm okay with it. I haven't updated the firmware or anything more because I'm happy where it is right now. So I'm like, don't mess with it. I gotta keep this up, keep my fat chin away. See, it's all part of the process. But my microphone has been the issue. My recorder has been doing weird things. And last week, I was out taking a walk and recording, and the microphone that I've been using for the majority of my vlogs, it does not have a windscreen on it. So when I went and did the oratory video, then I could hear the wind on it. And I tried editing it out and was not having any luck. I'm just not skilled yet with that software. Like, I didn't have the 10, 12 hours to devote to making the audio perfect, right? So I do what I can. So I had another microphone that had a windscreen. I used that last week, but it has a battery in it. Battery died, but it would still record, but it would record with this hum, like this audible zzz in it, and it was driving me mental. I hated it, absolutely despised it. So I had to use the audio from this instead, which is still fine. Oh my God, you gotta run across the street. You know, this audio works fine in a pinch, but so I put the other microphone back on, and then I took the windscreen from the other one and then zip tied it on to this one because it was too big. And so hopefully it has worked. That is the intention. That is what I'm shooting for. But yeah, so going forward, we're gonna be doing this every week. I love doing this. It's my happy place, so I'm good. These are fun to do. Cooking videos, I want to do at least one a week, maybe two, if I have the time. It's going to be on my secondary channel once it's live. I want to have a Talking Heads tech video once a week on this channel, talking about technology, talking about a piece of tech that I have for my channel, that kind of stuff. See, the tools that I use, I want to talk about the things, so I can do that once a week. And kind of ease back a little bit on the gaming stuff and see if that will allow me more time. But still do, like, I've got enough videos for the next month, I think. If I do one a day, I still have enough videos in my library to put out for an entire month. So I still have two. So that's what the intention is. So I may be able to find the time to do everything. I'm trying, but I'm not making any guarantees. And yeah, but it is a beautiful day. And it wish that I didn't have a backpack full of meats and vegetables that are getting hot and bothered in my backpack. The joy of wearing an all black backpack. I mean, I wear a black t-shirt, so I always know how hot it is on the things that are in my backpack. See? Logic. But yeah, I've got a considerable walk left, and I'm happy. Happier. So I hope you guys are okay with this. A little bit of a difference in the video. I will start talking more about myself and get more personal about some of the things in my life. I've had an interesting existence thus far. And that's the kind of thing I want to kind of get into. I've traveled a lot. I've done a lot of things. I've met a lot of people. A lot of interesting people. And I've been tempted to write a book at times, just to, not a book, but document my life. And I never have. I mean, I've got part of one written down, but I think what I want to do is to start taking chapters out of my life and start putting them here. Start talking about things in my life that are important to me, so that I can kind of, document it for family kind of thing, I think it's kind of important to, like, historically we've always had a verbal communication. Families tell stories. Like, I have family stories that have been told to me through the decades that are coming from grandparents and stuff, so I have those tales. I've told them to my son when he was little and stuff, but I don't really share them the same way that they were shared to me. So I think this is going to be my version of doing it. Not too sure. We'll see. I'm happy, though. I'm going to be making some interesting changes for myself. Interesting. That's going to be my word for the day. But anyway, I do want to thank you guys for your support on these vlogs. And these will all be a work in progress. I will get more creative with them. I'll get more B-roll, as they say, and get more footage. As of right now, when I'm out, I don't take the time to do that stuff, but I will. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
This is a song for all the